our journey. We would like to share that we do total design and architecture as well. This partnership is about collaboration, and I'd like to share with you how I began. When I was, after high school, I was given a choice whether to study architecture, design, and I chose to go to New York to study design and come back after a year to study architecture. But that wasn't so. Instead, I toured the world, Europe, and I think that was what my education was about. Learning about traveling, adventure. And after many years, I went back to the Philippines, and that's when I fell in love with the country. I first worked with bamboo many years ago, and this was my first design, the clustered bamboo, and also the half-moon sofa. This design I discovered in the beach with fishing boats. They were outriggers, and that inspired me to work with this very humble material. And when I did the first collection, I took the photos to Bloomingdale's in New York, and they immediately were very interested, and they showcased it the following year in the Philippine exhibition at the Bloomingdale's. Here again, many years after, I have the installation to do the fame show, and I again presented the Philippine design for
the Movement 8. Yeah.
Yes, for the Movement 8. I was invited to do the show in Valencia, and that was when I invited design and personality like Kenneth Goponpue, Mira Naval, Anne Pamintuan, Tess Pasola, and we were invited from there to go and join the Paris Maison et Objet. After a while, we were also invited to go to the Salone in Milan, and this is some of the exhibition spaces we have. Here we have bamboo, highlighting bamboo, fishing nets, and showcasing the installation for the second shows that were being done in the years before this. Here we have again different products, crafts, done by different manufacturers and designers, showcasing Philippine design this time. Next.
And what we usually try to do is to present it as a lifestyle. Again, the crafts are also, in a way, being recognized, not just a product, but as part of the whole atmosphere of a space. So this is where we're transitioning architecture and design, and also products, crafts, as part of a total design approach.
This is another show that we did together for the fame show, highlighting metal, a sofa made of metal, and also lighting made of metal.
The way we present it constantly, which is total design, gives value to the product. Not because you're just looking at the piece alone, but you're feeling the space, you're feeling the atmosphere, and you're feeling the sophistication of the material and how it's put together in a total ambiance. So that gives it more focus to what the value of say that metal is, that chair, because you're not just focused on the chair, you are focused on the totality of the space.
This was the last fame show, which was just a week ago, highlighting crafts, furnishings, and art as well. This was done. This was in Salon in Milan with the metal lamps that we are now highlighting in the light and shadow of the installation we had in the last show.
So what we usually do is we collaborate. Budji+Royal collaborates with manufacturers. We are not a manufacturing company. We're designers. We're architects and designers. So we make use of this concept of our partnership to put together what is modern Filipino architecture and design. And we are now the consultants for the Philippines to present it to the world, the modern Filipino architecture and design. And this is part of what we're seeing in the ASEAN region, that the ASEAN region can also be part of this total approach in presenting our products to different nations as one.
This was the show in Layug last September. And again, we highlight Philippine products. Here we have the lighting wire, made of wire by Schema. And there are about 6 companies represented in this show. This was our first Maison Objet featuring Philippine design. This was done 2 years ago in September. Here again we have a lot of lighting and furnishings that we showcase. We have art, paper art as well. And now we come into the different part of our presentation to present design and architecture.
So Budji+Royal now is here to share this philosophy that we believe in since we started our partnership 12 years ago. When Budji was doing all these things together with the Movement 8, doing the modern Philippine products, me as an architect, I was doing my own architecture during the time together with Doxin. I felt that these products needed a house, that these Philippine products needed to be sheltered in a modern Filipino architecture. So it became a total approach of what we are now doing. Sorry, next please. Thank you. In our partnership, we started also doing something here in Bangkok. We did a showroom here. We used to have an office here in Tonglo. That was five years ago. And we brought in Movement 8 and the products.
And during that time, I wanted to explore ASEAN design. We came to Bangkok, opened a showroom, we worked on some designs. I went to Luang Prabang, I went to Siem Reap, just looking and observing what there was. And I really was very surprised that this time Thailand is presenting ASEAN design. Again, here we have a design that showcases Philippine product crafts with space and architecture by the lake in the Philippines. This is where we have the house of Kenneth Boconque. We designed and did the architecture for it with his designs, furniture designs as well. So it shows the marriage of craft, design, and architecture.
So in this particular slide, we wanted to encourage the architects. I believe there are architects here also, designers and artists, that there is an infinite field for all of us who are creative. And that infinity is actually an opportunity for all of us to put together a culture that is a promise to the future. Because we can see all the culture and the tradition of the past, and this is part of the theme of this event, which is the past should be celebrated, but we all should move forward to see what is the present like and the present future of the modern world. And this is part of it. We are presenting to you how crafts and architecture and tropicality can be one together to be a stronger sensibility, so that the Western will recognize also the sensibility of the East in a modern way. So this is why we were able to put together, and we envisioned to put together a strong sensibility of atmosphere. We did resorts. We are doing resorts, airport designs. We're now doing the airport of Manila and Cebu. We're doing projects in Boracay. This came out to be the #1 top destination in the world last 2011. And we did projects in